Hi, I'm Mathieu Chartier, the founder of Fourwaves. And in this video, I'll do a quick tour of Fourwaves. So for those of you who don't know, the platform was developed initially by four PhD students when we had to organize and also attend a lot of research conferences. We built a small platform to help us, and eventually a lot of people started using it all around the world, inside research societies, universities, and other groups. So you can easily build an event website to share information about the event to your attendees. We made it so that anyone can easily modify the content without any technical skills. You can highlight sponsors. You can add sections like that to highlight certain information. You can display your speakers, add images, and you can also add sections like this with, for example, a FAQ. You can reorder those blocks the way you want. You can add new ones, and you can also structure them into specific pages. So you have a page that want to share, field trips, for example, or lodging options. We made it so that you can add as many pages as you want in your top menu. I'll show you the backend, how to edit those pages later in the video. So we also have a really powerful registration form. So you can customize each and every question that attendees will need to answer. You can also decide if some of those items have a cost. You can program early bird, regular rates that automatically update. You can have coupon codes. You can also manage taxes very easily. So for a given item, you can decide if there's a specific tax percentage that will be applied. And you can also change this tax percentage based on the location of your attendees. You can add as many items in the form. So here we have a professional registration type, as we can see in the cart. And the attendee also selected yes to the keynote dinner, and it adds a specific item here. And these forms are also customizable over time. So if you want to add a new option, you can do that, and people can log in and update their registration, pay for an additional item. And you can also do refunds or replace items with another one, because that happens. People sometimes change their minds. And it's easy to do refunds. There are confirmation emails that are sent automatically. And you can look at the data in the backend, which I'll show you later in this video. So if we continue, we also have a really powerful abstract submission system. It's not just a form where you can collect information. It's actually tied to a lot of different modules. For example, you start off with the collection of information like the title, contributing authors, the abstract. People can select their presentation types. And based on what they select, you can show specific questions. Later on, you can also ask them to upload their poster, videos, slides, if they've been accepted. So the abstract module is tied to a peer review module. So sometimes you might want to have a program committee that will assign reviewers to submissions, and they will be able to actually score each of their assigned submissions so that the program committee can find the top presentations for your program. So speaking of your program, it's another module that is attached to the system. So you can easily create all the sessions of your event. So people can actually browse the program online and explore the different sessions with all the talks inside. So this is all generated automatically from your submissions. You can also attach live stream links, and people can also watch videos. So if you want to upload session recordings after the event, or sometimes even before, you can do that. People can also browse the presentations through a dedicated page. So this is pretty useful because before the event, people often want to see what the presentation content will be. They might want to search for a topic, an author name. So they're able to do that, and they can also bookmark their favorite sessions. If you click on a presentation, you'll be able to see more details. On the top here, we see some media. So you can explore a poster, and you can actually easily zoom in and browse the poster. You can also look at images, videos, or slides. So it really helps attendees connect with the actual event, and they can also contact presenters and ask questions, which fosters a sense of collaboration. Also, all this information, it's good to know that it's available even after the event. So sometimes, for example, you didn't get a chance to look at all the posters, during the poster session. So you're able to go back on the website and then browse the presentations. It stays online for as long as you need. People have their events, for the last 10, 12 years on the platform, so they can keep an archive. Bonus, you can also clone your event. So for the next edition, it's very easy to get up and running. There's also a participant list. So people can actually click and see who's online. They can send them messages, view their profile information. So that's pretty cool for networking. All right, so let's look at the back end. So now we've seen the event website, what people see, your attendees when they browse the website. They can submit information through different forms, browse the program. But as an organizer, you want to have a really simple place where you can manage all of that. This is what we call the event dashboard. So here we see the event dashboard for our demo event. So from the menu on the left, we can access different sections. I won't go through all of them in the video, but quickly, you can change the dates, the location. You can also manage the different tracks, allowing you to have different subcommittees for each of the topic areas of your event. You can add unlimited number of users who will be able to help you. We have different roles, those who are involved in the program committee, the track chairs, and you can also add reviewers. You can also connect a payment gateway if you want to collect payments. The other section is the website that we've just seen. So if you want to change the homepage, or if you want to change, let's say, a sponsor logo, or even like a headshot, it's very easy to edit the content directly over here. So it's a point and click interface. So you can change the text, and you have access to different types of content as well. So you can add images, videos, lists of speakers, a gallery of multiple images. So you can really customize your website and the content the way you want. The forms are also very easy to edit. I won't go through all the details, but if you want to have a registration form with a specific question, you just click on Add Field, you select the type, and then you're able to modify it. And you can also build your program very easily. So you can add your sessions, inside which you'll have all the submitted presentations that you accepted, and you're able to easily reorder them. And it syncs automatically with your event website and also your app. All the data is also accessible in a dedicated section. So you can see in real time all the registrations. You can click on them to see more details. You can generate name tags. You can also generate attendee certificates. And you can also mass email your attendees. So for example, if we look at the submissions, you're able to classify them as accepted or rejected based on your different presentation types. If you click on a presentation, you'll see all the information, and you can also go through the review results. I'll show you the review section where people can actually score the abstracts. But once they have all been reviewed, you can easily see the results. Now you might want to contact those who've been accepted for a poster, let's say. So you can easily filter and see those who've been accepted for a poster. And then you're able to easily mass email everyone and send them a message. So let's say you want to contact the presenters only, and you can write a nice subject line. And you can also insert, let's say, the person's first name. And then you can also insert things like the presentation title, the ID, or even the times to which they were scheduled to present. So that allows you to really streamline communications with your attendees and also your presenters. A pretty cool feature for research conferences also is the abstract booklet. So often they want to create a proceedings containing all the abstracts. Well, you can do just that in Fourwaves. So once you generate the booklet, you can select what information you want to export. You can also select if you want to have an author index at the end, just the authors, just the presenters or all of the authors. And you can also decide to group them or sort them by a specific order. So that really saves tremendous time, because anytime you have an update, you can regenerate your booklet and it will give you the most up-to-date information. You can also export poster board tags. So these are printable tags you can put on your poster boards so people know where to put their posters on site. You can also generate presenter certificates, export all the files, and many more. The transaction sections will allow you to do refunds, download receipts, so it's very easy to track your accounting. So the reviews is where you'll see all the review assignments. So if we had, let's say, presentations that was reviewed by a specific reviewer, you're able to see the information, and reviewers will be able to see the submission information, and they can easily fill out the form itself that you created. And finally, all the communications that was sent to the attendees will be visible here. So you're able to actually see the emails that were sent, and you can also resend them if needed. So finally, we also have an event assistant. So this is basically a way for you to scan your event, and it'll provide suggestions to make sure that everything is set up properly. For example, if you forgot to translate a piece of text, or if you didn't connect your payment gateway, it'll flag that and prevent any problems. So that was a quick tour. If you need any help, don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can find more information on fourwaves.com, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon.